Alrighty, this is a really great at-home workout if you have a few tools, or if you're at the hotel or access to a gym that you could use a few pieces of equipment. This is going to be done as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. So that way it's a quick get in, get out kind of workout, as long as you make sure you're still going to warm up properly, do some stretching, and so it should go by pretty quick. Everything's going to be 5 reps of any exercise. So if it involves one leg or one arm, or if it involves both limbs, you're always going to do 5 of each. So the first thing is your squats. So if you have a kettlebell, you can hold it in that goblet position. Of course, most gyms do not. So in this case, you can always use 2 dumbbells and just hold them as if you had 2 kettlebells in that racked position, okay? And then of course, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your torso stays nice and tall and long, and that your legs are trying to get parallel with the ground, okay? 5 total. Exhale at the top. After your squats, you're gonna do your 1-arm row. An upper body pulling motion. You can use a bench if you have a bench and support yourself. So if I had a bench right here, and then I'd be working on pulling right towards my rib cage and keeping my navel drawn in, and then exhale should happen at the top. So I can also use my leg as a small table, and I'm gonna keep my spine nice and long. I'm not gonna let things get rounded here. I'm gonna pull down, pull my chest up, and pull again right to the rib cage. 5 of those, and then 5 on your other side. After that, you're gonna go right into some lunges. Okay, so again, probably most likely access to dumbbells, holding these right up top. If you wanna hold them down at the sides, that works as well too. Just make sure that you pull your shoulder blades back and chest up, and you're gonna stand in one spot. Come back, drop down to where both knees get 90 degrees, stay tall, keep that tension squeezing right underneath your armpit. Squeeze your glutes every time you come back to that standing position, okay? So you're always going to be stepping backwards. That's why it's called a reverse lunge. 5 on each leg, okay? Then we're gonna do another upper body exercise. This time we're gonna do pressing. Okay, so here's the pressing. Now, if you were sitting for a long time, the best thing to do would be get down to that half kneeling position, or maybe a tall kneeling position works just as well, to make sure that you squeeze your glutes and keep your hips in extension. So makes it a little bit harder, but better, okay? And then you're gonna press. Keep your palms faced in while you press up and pull straight back down. So this is gonna be a neutral grip, palms facing in towards each other and coming back down. If you want, you can always alternate. Again, 5 on each side or 5 total. And then from there, you're gonna go back to your lower body pull movement. After the pressing, grabbing those dumbbells, keep them alongside your thighs and have it track down your thighs the entire time. That's how you can make sure that you're doing your hip hinge movement correctly. So you'll keep your chest pulled up and through, and you'll bend over at the waist, and as you do that, keeping those dumbbells right side, the side of your thigh, right where your IT band runs, and then I'm getting just a little bit past my knee joint, down to my shins. Okay, sticking my butt back as far as I possibly can, and then squeezing to bring them back together at the top. Okay, our very last movement, before you can have 1 round complete, is going to be a simple plank. Okay, now if you have a stability ball nearby, you can make this a little bit more challenging and start to make little tiny circles. Again, maybe 5 or 10 in each direction, or you can hang out there for a good count of 30. Make sure you're not sticking your butt up in the air, but rather bringing your hips down and keeping it neutral. Don't rest your chest on the ball. Make sure you're pushing yourself up and away, okay? And of course, you can do this on the ground as well too, making sure that that elbow is right in line with the shoulder the whole time. So from the side, if you're on the ground, you want to make sure that you've got your humerus bone nice and straight up vertical. Okay, arms are parallel with the ground. Again, as many rounds as you can of those 6 exercises in 20 minutes. Keep it simple, get in and out, and I'm sure you really like it. Enjoy.